Hey guys, and welcome back to Biomutant. Now we are going to get on into the story here.
That'll work.
But yeah, sure, I guess.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Yeah?
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice, or simply stop living.
I don't know. Does it actually matter?
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
I don't know what this, like, what is this choice going to, do?
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Yeah, sure.
Seems
I
more
hate
like
your
you're being
voice.
light-headed, if you ask me, but you'll come around, eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around.
I hate her
So
voice.
It's better to
Hurts
stick
my
to your
noggin.
instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Look, I agree with that, but I feel like for the betterment of, like, this game world, I want to go with the lighter side of things.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress. And as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Yeet. Yeah, so it just changes my, changes whatever aura means in this world.
Guess left can be right, sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking rat.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
What did I just eat?
make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
That's definitely a bomb, right? Oh, there's something in my eye. Oh, the betrayal of eyelashes. Oh, this loading screen's very long. I'm so on edge.
It was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Why are there little rat-sized doors? Okay, so just walking into chains grabs onto them. I'm sure I'm gonna find that annoying at some point.
The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. paid off.
Is that little, like, beep boop? Is that my little cricket guy? I keep trying to hit X to interact. Was X interacting vampire? Is that why? Man, this is one of those games where I'm gonna have a bunch of shit unlocked that I'm never gonna use.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. fight looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Whee!
Whoa.
Puh.
It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
I recognize this voice. Who is this? I tried to double jump. An attempt was made. Double jumping. I'm sure it's that my checkpoint was when I got down here anyway. But yeah, Jesus Christ, who is the narrator in this game? Whee! I touched the goop a little bit that time, but it doesn't let you jump once you're in the goop.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
But yeah, that little bleep boop sometimes, that's gotta be my little cricket guy on my shoulder. Little robo cricket. I love him.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Yeah, just a new planet for us to wreck.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Either that or we'll starve ourselves out.
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Defend our elderly and disabled. We're still outnumbered, by the way. I don't like the targeting system. Why was I so slow for a second there?
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Okay, let me just run around in a circle here real fast.
Scrapalicious.
I don't... Stop that.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree. Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the Nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal. Not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. He says you better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his Octopod to confront the Merc-Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof-Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide. A machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Whee! Move those little rat peats.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Title card. Ooh, early credits. Oh, I go on all fours to sprint. I would appreciate that.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Did I just pee on that?
Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Ah, that's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Yeet. Sheesh. Oh.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war.
Uh-huh.
The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
So I probably want to go up the tunnel because I want to talk to this guy.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
Move them little legs.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
I don't know.
Let's see.
It's kind of uncomfortable that you pee on it to activate it.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. He can see you're a free spirit, so he'll let you in. The Sifu is always interested in meeting someone open to joining their cause. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out of Dateside against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong, and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Ooh, excuse me.
Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Sparkles about how brilliant it is to have someone like you that shares both genetics and karma in the myriad spectrum. Says you'll see each other later.
I don't think my sprint's actually faster.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, he's here to give you a helping hand. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored.
Why am I so small? Sometimes. Sometimes you sort of just gotta toss a child in the water.
Says, that wasn't too bad, was it? Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow.
My mom's just me, but bigger, huh?
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than that. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. They push each other to become better, and sometimes someone gets pushed down along the way.
Why am I so fucking little?
She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now.
I wonder if you can win that. Probably.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for every day. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Ooh. I just got a warning that my internet connection quality is not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. Oh, you guys can see that too. Interesting. That shouldn't be a problem. Given that I'm hardlined. I've gotten this this warning before a couple times.
What you found. He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA. He says it's about time you learn how, and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Lemma.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard. She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down. Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. Thanks you for being such a good student. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. A piece of scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see. You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day. She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
I'm so very small compared to everybody. Was this like kangaroos that have a fucking...
Stop from setting the world on fire.
Despite the fact that it sounds like it's raining, everything should be too wet to be on fire.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
I'm like the stair is barely
This is it.
less than half as tall as I am.
She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
I'm helping.
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here.
Yeet.
Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about.
Yeet.
What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
I'm still, like, pretty small compared to... I'm allowed to craft now. I'm still, like, pretty small compared to some of the adults.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. You complete them. From this point on, the Myriad is unbroken. Look, an emergency box from the old days. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? That's sure to be useful. Hey there, Crusher.
Ugh, there he goes.
Grace under pressure.
gonna just save my game real fast.
The air gets stale down here fast. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be once. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
Where'd you go, little buddy?
You found the whereabouts. The deepest, darkest forest in the land. Sometimes hard to see for all the trees. Slice and dice. So many leaves on so many things. That's a Jackney tribe outpost. Mercadorpa's outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Let's see. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. Freedom is not worth having in a world that's doomed.
Ooh.
Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber.
Do I have to, is this a, like, parry it back thing?
That hit the spot.
There we go.
That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Everything's clocking together. Put a key to use. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them. Wants revenge on those who caged them, but trust you'll take care of it. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks slowly. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. Kaboom! You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Mans, you got legs. Walk here yourself.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Myriad tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic outlook on life. At least, for now. But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of. He says the time has come to confront the jumbo puff at the end of the west route. Gizmo is working on making his Mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater. You should get over there and see what you can do to help.
So I think I'm gonna try to do this first. Yeah, okay. First, we'll mess with the...
The dark is almost over.
Whee!
That's a gnote. Easy prey for Lupa-Lupin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed.
Hello?
Tell it to Gallop.
Woo! Ooh. Mm. So I can sort of bust my shit.
This corner of the world is called Bricktown.
Just pants.
You found the track! Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Luck. No, it was never nice. It was new once, but that's not nearly the same thing. Just being new never lasts. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too.
So I need to do these two. It sounds like
It's
there's
time to
one.
do what's right, for certain values of right.
It sure do seem to be how it works, huh? Hmm. He's a little broken, huh?
This beast can move. It's a ride, not a friend, right?
I mean, it can be my friend. I don't understand why it says that. Maybe it's because I'm not, like, kicking it a bunch to make it go faster. Is that the problem here? Do you want me to make it zoom?
perfider outpost. The Jagni tribe claimed this forever. Let's see. There's the tyrant who runs this outpost. He didn't expect his tribe to lose, as they're the ones that are ruthless. But now that you're working with their rival, he can see why. There's no way he'll surrender just because of threats. He can recognize the strength of a good argument and agrees it's for the best. He'll surrender the outpost to you. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
I mean, cool.
He says you did a great job capturing the rival's second outpost. You've earned the privilege of wearing the tribe's colors. Believes you'll make them all proud, too.
So I've got one more outpost, and then... Oh, this is a very nice little garden. I've got one more outpost, and then I can go fight the clan leader or whatever.
We're all heroes of our own stories, or so we hope.
Hi, friend.
That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. Who'd leave rubber scrap lying around like that? You should be able to use that. time to figure out how you'll spend your night.
What does that mean? Like, do I need to sleep to,
Check out that shopperia over there. Wonder what they used to sell. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery, when day can become night, and the other way around.
take a little nap?
Get under that sky while you still can. You can make something from that.
Hey. You're kinda cool looking. Like a slightly different Gnote, is that what they call them? It's like how I genuinely, just to upset people, incorrectly pronounce a gnome as gnome.
Let's see. The Skanaptrut outpost. The Jagni tribe first nested here long ago. Don't know what that e-waste was. Says they've been waiting for you to help them liberate the outpost. Just keep going while you can, and don't stop until all outposts are under your control. Says scouts spotted a moth nest close to the outpost. If you destroy that, the moths should infest the place, looking for a new home. Figures the moths will drive everyone in the outpost nuts. That's when you dive in. Just get to it and destroy it. Carving it up. At least being underground keeps you out of the weather. You always find good use for things like that. Dead. Now that's a flesh wound. Nice work. No more moth's nest.
I think the point of this is like to teach me that there's
There
always...
go the moths toward the outpost. They're good and mad.
I think it's
The
supposed to teach me that there's
outpost belongs to
always
your
ways
tribe
to, always different ways to overtake outposts and stuff.
He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Yeah.
Thinks you did a great job capturing the rival's third outpost, and believes the rival is weak enough to engage them at their fort. They all hope you can lead them to peace. Says some realize the world is ending and can't stop listening to the clock ticking. Click is one of those. He wants to unlock every door in the world. If he wants to do that before the doors are all gone, he'd better hurry. Figures if they knew that, they'd be opening all the doors too. Says if you want to find Click, you should look for him, well, anywhere. No, really, that's what it's called. The place he set up shop. Eventually, he'll show up to try to open them. He's in even more of a hurry than you are. Thinks that's something he'd be best at helping with.
Interesting.
Let's see.
Okay, so I did open that already. So now I need to go down. I need to come all the way back down and take this fortress.
Go make the most of the day. What you do here matters to you and the world.
Was that a, like, you don't have to fight every critter that comes running at you statement, or just like a general statement of fact?
Handy. It's the chug yard. Give it a little kick.
Oh, I feel so bad when I jump off a cliff with it. This is one of those games, and I'm remembering it now because it's happening to me, where the narrator gets a little annoying after a bit.
It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. That's a myriad tribe outpost. Sharp steel. Fate is funny that way, but it won't always make you laugh. That's the Myriad Fort. The forest is so smellicious.
Yeah. Smellicious. I think my stupid cat just got himself stuck in a curtain.
Breathe a little lighter now that day's returning. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. They've been waiting for you. Taking control of this fort will bring peace between your tribes. You better be. A tribe's fort is a bigger challenge than an outpost. They've positioned a storm tower near the fort that you'll use to get over the wall. However, you need to prop up its wheelhouse first to stabilize the situation. Says you don't have to knock to get inside.
Oh, fucking well. I love when any, like, anthro creature with, like, digigrade legs can just kick it into the four-wheel drive to go faster. Ooh, rude. Get fucked. Get fucked. Die. Like, we love, like, perfectly capable of walking on two legs, if maybe, like, a little hunched or bent a little. But, like, when it's time to go, when it's time to really get moving, we just kick in the four-wheel. There's so many.
It's time to set the rival tribe free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to their Sifu. You need to unite the tribes and save the Tree of Life to truly become free. That's a fire starter. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. You just need to create a spark to light a fire.
This feels kind of rude.
It burns brighter than the light. Things are happening. It's not just anyone that's awake and moving. That's a pyro sizzler right there. Just get to work on it. Make it frizzle. Nice crackle.
Ugh.
The battering bonker looks like a great way to get through the gate. Bet you just need to knock and it'll open up. That's bonkers. The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. He didn't expect it would go down this way. It'll be hard to talk your way out of a fight. He's not sure if you're likable enough to just give up the fort without a fight. He realizes a peaceful end would be best. He'll entrust the fort to you. The rival Sifu is defeated, and the destiny of their tribe is in your hands. You are free to choose their fate, but not free from the consequences of your choice. He'll leave it up to you to decide the fate of the rival Sifu, but suggests you be merciful. Do good, and good will follow you. Thinks it's a good gesture to offer support to others when you can see that they need it. And with that, you're spinning your own fate, good or bad, never to be undone. Side by side they'll stand until order and stability is reinstituted. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Your Sifu is pleased. You're one step closer to uniting the tribes. It's a pity you needed to use force to get the point across. But he's still concerned about the fate of the world. You can't lose this war. If you get the ending wrong, the effort it took to get there was in vain. A proper ending, however, provides closure. He says you've grown so much stronger than when you first met. You know better than anyone that the fate of the world is still at stake. You need a world where everyone is guided only by their conscience. The fate of the world
Not the fate
depends
of
on
the
the
world.
triumph of good. The tree of life still stands, and it's up to you to make sure it does so to the end. You have a chance to change the future for good or bad.
Oof. Hiccup.
It's the Jagni staff.
Oh.
pump you up. You seem better. A stylish cover for your brains.
Free me.
Let's see.
I guess I could stop here first.
How many days like this do you think the world has left?
I don't know, my guy. That seems like quite an existential question to ask a little rat.
You made it to the quarrel spot. You've got to hate what the fighting's done to it. Well placed. Someone has to end this plague before it's too late.
My guy, I am working on it.
This box once tailed a chugga-chugga. Now it's just off track. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Close encounter. Bomber Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Hey, nice shot. Let's see. The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth.
I absolutely should be
Really
dead.
took that all the way down to the end, in flames. Let's see.
Oh dear. Oh
It's a
dear.
wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past.
That's scary to think that after all of this time, the elevators are still functional. Hello. You're kind of scary.
I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. It carries so much hate, and its insatiable hunger has only increased over the years since it claimed revenge on your parents. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Fan that flame!
Who said that?
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous!
I've got all the cold, sick burns you need, Dark.
Do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to, but I want to.
Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. There are more crates from before the apocalypse left out in the wild. Easy to find if you keep an eye out. You should be able to gather enough scrap to upgrade the Mekton from them.
Okay. Just a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah. The future is in your hands, so take care of it. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives.
Do 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 do. So was I not supposed to go?
Can't suck in enough wind.
Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to go that way from here, or if I'm supposed to go, like, out and around.
That's shut and good.
Okay, so I'm not allowed to go that way. I do have to somehow find a way around in here. Ah.
That's the leftover you're looking for.
I gotta find a pocket of air.
Focus on your goal.
Oop. Interesting, 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 interesting. What is going on here?
Easy for things to hide down here.
Mm-hmm. making so much ruckus at me. Go lay down. I don't know who you think you are, sir. I apologize about the baby ruckus. But I apparently have a baby who wants to make ruckus.
He says that's enough to get the Mekton functioning. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. He made a suction device, so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. Gizmo thinks he's a little peculiar, but very knowledgeable. He has the ins and outs of all monster and creature whereabouts.
Wee.
The grease monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Sure is dark out. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone.
Now how do I get up there? Why so many baby rockets? understand.
Watch it. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. It's a game of life, yours and everyone else's. It's in your grasp.
Yeah?
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are... Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind. Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes. Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make. You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss. Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like. Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot. Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead. Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights, and they keep putting up new ones. He's afraid you're just as stubborn as them. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed. He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short. Thinks that it all hangs on the
This man
tree of
sounds like
life.
he's speaking
When it started
Simlish.
to fail, everything changed. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big. There's no better place to start than a script cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes. Says it's not far at all. Fortunately for you, the scripts seem to have acclimatized themselves to the otherwise uninhabitable dead zone. Let's see.
Okay. Why are we making so much noise? Just a second. Sorry about that. Hopefully that fixed the soup ruckus. Do you have other things for me?
Moog says you should go hunt for squips in the cave he gave you directions to.
Okay. Have to go over there. There is a bunch of kids playing outside, which, like, they live here. Well, one of them lives here and the other ones are his friends, but, like, I don't get mad about kids playing. It just means that Soup loses his goddamn mind every 3 seconds, because he can hear them out there. And truly, he wants to go play with them.
Wait, it's the script Hola. The place is just filled with critters. Better days.
Oopsie daisy. Wonder where my last checkpoint was.
No windows to look out at the sky from down here. Wait, it's the script Hola. The place is just filled with critters. Bangarang. Getting out the tin can? Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death.
Not in a way. They absolutely caused their own death. I have a level up.
Looks good. Gotta get up there somehow. How do I get up there? Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there.
Yeah. How much pressure was that under? Get. This was a hospital. But also, this says a lot, because these are assumably human beds. So I'm like the size of like a human toddler. I'm a big fucking rat. I don't know what has gotten into this fucking dog today. But it is, indeed, driving me up a damn wall.
What to do with this critter? Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Mm-hmm. I can make little friends. Oh, it's a good way to change if you've gone too far one way or the other and you want to go back. Poop. Like a fan blade and like the long stick part of a vacuum cleaner.
Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. Sure you know how to motivate this?
Shut the fuck up.
In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. Springer. He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. It's not his cleanest invention so far, but it gets the job done. Use it to suck up gooey oil puddles in the Mekton's way so you can pass. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now. Otherwise, he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much to handle. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. He's sure you remember enough of what he taught you about upcycling to fit some skronky gear to the Mekton on your own. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Hopes to see you again soon.
Okay. I think I'm going to call the stream here for today. Because somebody has decided that it is temper tantrum day. So... he's not going to stop making ruckus. So for right now, I am having fun, and I hope you're having fun. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next one.